Hello, today I'm going to talk to you about pesticides in the agriculture industry. Pesticides are used to combat against pests that kill many crops in the agriculture industry. These pesticides are created synthetically, meaning that they're created in factories and can potentially cause harm to people and the environment. Uh, the practice of this pesticide use has been dated from a long time ago during the time of the Sumerians, where they used sulfur to kill off many pests that they were fighting against in their crops. Although farmers use these chemicals to fight off against pests, farm workers who are in the front lines of these farms are potentially the ones who are getting more affected by the pesticides usage in the agriculture industry. Farmers tend to not pay attention to the pesticides used in the farms due to the farmers not telling them what pesticides are being used, and sometimes farmers get affected by these pesticides, and in turn they get very sick and potentially have a greater risk in getting cancer. These chemicals are extremely harmful to us and also to the environment. These chemicals have been proven to cause cancer to humans and even cause other different types of effects and eventually lead to death, as well as for the environment. These chemicals have been proven to be in the groundwater sometimes and another water supply, because usually they come in powder or liquid form, and that's much easier to get into these types of sources. As well as for climate change, synthetic pesticides are one key factor that contributes to this. This is because when they're being made in factories and such, they release a lot of greenhouse gases, and in turn, that warms up the planet, and it is harder for us to grow crops in these harsh conditions, because usually the crops will dry up and they wouldn't survive that. Working and maintaining a farm has led me to figure out how badly these pesticides actually are. In my farm, I only use organic regulations, and which is basically organic farming. Um, the organic farming is like maintaining a farm without the need of synthetic pesticides. So we take care of the crops not in the natural way, using biodegradable pesticides, which uh, are pesticides, but they actually come from plants and are extracted from the plants. They're not extracted from chemicals and such things like that. As well as maintaining a farm, I've been in the research lab with Dr. Calderon, who's a professor and a researcher here at Fresno State. From a project, I've been testing Ochacon, could be a new potential solution to this synthetic pesticide usage. So yeah, the usage of the synthetic pesticides has to stop. And there's many solutions that I have come across when trying to fix this issue. Many of this being residing into organic farming and using biodegradable pesticides instead of the synthetic ones. Also, in order for us to stop the use of these pesticides, it is better to understand how these chemicals actually affect us and the environment, and it is important to do our own little research and to figure out how we could help the community bring more safer regulations to these farmers or any other person who uses these deadly chemicals in their farming practices.